what's it called? What's that place called?
Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah, no. Where she lives.
Buckingham Palace.
Buckingham Palace.
Yeah.
That's it. Hi guys. Hi. We're live. We're going live.
We are. Hey guys.
Hi guys. I've got Growler with me at the moment, and we're going to have Chris join us when he clicks in. This has been a little bit of a rush stream, guys. I haven't had time to turn around. I've just had a new grandson born, so we're going to do our best to fly by the seat of our pants. Hi, yep. Zoe. Zoe is in the house. We have Michael
Joanne
Merrifield, and we have Joanne Herring. Hi, Joanne. How are you going? So Joanne was here last time, and Zoe has been with us from the beginning. Zoe is in Wyoming, guys. Wow.
How are you? How are you, sister? Beautiful sister. Good to see you, Zoe, and hope you're going well.
What's happening in Wyoming? You can let us know. You can just tell us in the chat.
So, yeah. Hi, Susie. Hi, Susie. Hope everything's going well for you. And as Beck said, it is a bit of a rushed stream, so Beck will take things over. Over to you, Sis.
Okay, so guys, we're just going to run a video. I've time-stamped this video. We're going to run a video and we're going to have a chat about it, okay, after we've run this video. So let's have a look. This is Joe Imbriano, and if nobody has subscribed to Joe, please go and subscribe to his channel. Links will be in the description box. Okay, here we go.
This has all been planned for a long time. The United States is being taken down. But they haven't gone all the way because they can't. They need our cooperation, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you right now, protests need to continue. And if you see people that are violent, you need to find every way you can to photograph and film these people so they can be identified. Now, here's the problem with the masks, folks, and that's why they got the masks. Because like I said, they want everybody wearing masks so they can't see who anybody is, so we can't see who's doing what, where, and when and how. But we do know why they're doing it. And we do know who's behind those that are hiding behind the masks. The people that run CNN, the people that run NBC, the people that run CBS, the people that run Disney, the people that run Fox, the people that run Reuters, the people that run Knight Ridder, the people that run the Wall Street Journal, the people that run the LA Times, the people that run the Register, the people that run the New York Times. They're all in on this. They're fanning the flames of racial hatred and division. And they are giving extensive coverage to their agent provocateurs' violent acts to set the precedent to ban our First Amendment exercise of freedom of expression and our freedom to assemble, to petition our government for a redress of grievances, and to communicate with each other, and to make our points known and heard. And they're doing everything they can to turn these violent, to make these things illegal, they can clamp down on us. So they can ban gun sales, so they can ban gun ownership, so they can ban gatherings, so they can ban protests, so they can ban public dissemination of speech, so they can ban everything. So you can end up in your kitchen or your living room staring at a TV set with a mask on for the rest of your life. Don't fall for this. This is a psychological war.
Okay, so I just wanted to have a chat about that video. Growler, I know that you haven't seen that video, but you know Joe.
Yes.
Now, look, what he said about the masks, this is the thing. They brought in the CV-19 and everybody had to wear masks. So how are they going to facially recognise everybody? So then they get rid of the masks with the protest in a way, you know, because, well, what do you think about this? I just think it's just dumbfounding.
Yeah, it is. As we were discussing this morning, I mean, this pandemic has so many phases. We don't know how many phases are supposed to happen. So we all know that maybe this is phase 2 with the protests, and then on top of that, they're taking down the world's food chain, and you know, so many things are happening on, let's say, phase 1, and then phase 2 and phase 3. Well, we all know that Lucifer is the author of confusion, so they're doing a very good job at it. I think you can really approach things from quite a few different angles, and that's why a lot of people come up with different things. So, yeah, look, it's just order out of chaos.
Absolutely.
That's
Okay,
what it
guys,
is.
things are happening so fast.
Watch this one. All right, no worries. We just had a bit of a glitch there. Okay, so what's going on is that this is out of control. Antifa has gone in. Even the president has said Antifa is behind a lot of this. So don't be fooled, though, about Trump. Everybody needs to know that he's pledged allegiance to the Zionist party, I will call them. If you have a look at I should have put that video in, but I actually forgot to have a look at his office. He has the Tree of Life. He's got all these awards, and it all goes back to Kabbalah. And he is not afraid to show it now. Now, the tie he was wearing in that speech he did, I don't want to talk about that speech just yet, but that tie, you pointed out, Growler, you pointed out to me. Do you want to explain to the people what you thought about that?
Yeah, I know that these people, when they've got a certain agenda for that day, maybe it's representing Israel. So what will happen if there's a Zionist law to be passed, or there's some sort of secret support, or there's some sort of agenda for that day? They will wear a blue tie, a white shirt, and a black coat jacket, suit jacket. So, and then the next day he's going to wear a red tie, and that red tie is an actual that he's basically saying, well, yesterday I was a Zionist Jew and Israel, and I was for Israel. Today I'm wearing my red tie, which is representing Rome and the Vatican. So, but then I do see a few times where he has pink ties and black diagonal marks or pattern colour tie. So, but most of the time when he does make his important announcements, it's either a red tie or a blue tie. So if you have a look at his speech yesterday, it was in the Israeli colours. That's what I've come up with. Maybe someone else can come up with something else. That'd be great. More than welcome.
Because look, I've always wondered why the different colours, and I know that it sends certain signals to certain people. That's for sure. Especially that blue one he had on. That was definitely the Israel colours, okay?
Yes.
And Gary H has just left a message saying Trump's not in charge. FEMA is. Absolutely.
That's correct.
Absolutely. We, hi, Timothy, Ryan, and Gary. Yep. Sorry, guys. We've also got Trisha and Barbara and Tom.
Yep.
So hi, all. If I don't get to you in the chat, it's because I'm doing about 1 million things here at once. Okay, we have Christopher has joined us from Chicago. Hi, Chris. How's it going?
Good. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, Chris. How are you, brother?
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, good, mate. Right? Yeah, everything's good, mate. Everything's good. How are you?
Yeah. Well, good. Considering.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, it's a tsunami of information, isn't it? So it's pretty hard to get through all of it. I think we could live chat for the next 10 years. So.
We're going to live chat till the end of time.
Yeah, that's right. Correct. So, but yeah, just as Gary H has said, and if we have a look at it, as Pompeo said, this is a live exercise. So being and FEMA, well, the military and FEMA are in charge because they've got to be given at least a 6-month rule. So when you declare a state of emergency or a national disaster, so everything, it's like an exercise, it's like a game to them. Like I was discussing with my sister this morning, this can go anyway. There could be a spike in COVID, fake COVID. There could could release a real one now, you know. So it's all about using your wisdom and discernment. Yeah.
How's the water? It's not fluoridated, is it? You're not going to dumb down on us, Chris, are you? You're drinking water. Are you okay?
That's the $1 million question.
Or is it the $300,000 question? So anyway, we're going to actually play another video. Chris, you weren't there to talk about that last video. Do you want to say something? Did you see it?
I didn't see the video. No,
Okay.
I didn't see it.
Well, guys,
sorry.
for the sake of
I
Chris,
came late.
that's all right. We can rerun the video. We're going to rerun Joe Imbriano's video, and it's about 5-6 minutes long. So just bear with it and tell us what you think, because I love this guy. He's so outspoken. He's just the bomb. So let's have a look at Joe.
Yeah.
In the United States. All right. This has all been planned for a long time. The United States is being taken down, but they haven't gone all the way because they can't. They need our cooperation, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you right now, protests need to continue. And if you see people that are violent, you need to find every way you can to photograph and film these people so they can be identified. Now, here's the problem with the masks, folks, and that's why they got the masks. Because like I said, they want everybody wearing masks so they can't see who anybody is, so we can't see who's doing what to where and when and how. But we do know why they're doing it. And we do know who's behind those that are hiding behind the masks. The people that run CNN, the people that run NBC, the people that run CBS, the people that run Disney, the people that run Fox, the people that run Reuters, the people that run Knight Ridder, the people that run the Wall Street Journal, the people that run the LA Times, the people that run the Register, the people that run the New York Times. They're all in on this. They're fanning the flames of racial hatred and division, and they are giving extensive coverage to their agent provocateurs' violent acts to set the precedent to ban our First Amendment exercise of freedom of expression and our freedom to assemble, to petition our government for a redress of grievances, and to communicate with each other, and to make our points known and heard. And they're doing everything they can to turn these violent, to make these things illegal, so they can clamp down on us, so they can ban gun sales, so they can ban gun ownership, so they can ban gatherings, so they can ban protests, so they can ban public dissemination of speech, so they can ban everything. So you can end up in your kitchen or your living room staring at a TV set with a mask on for the rest of your life. Don't.
Right. What do you reckon? What do you reckon, Chris?
Well, I want to say first off that Joe is got to be on my top 3 list of who I would absolutely go to ASAP for any information. This guy is spot on. He has been for years. Yep. He's been doing this way before YouTube was even a thing. You know, yeah, Joe's my guy. He really is.
He actually gets on the streets, guys. If you don't know, Joe actually gets on the street with signs. He will stand in the middle of the intersection just about with signs telling people that the 5G is killing their children in the schools and the water's fluoridated, and he goes through the whole lot. He has many websites, doesn't he? Look, I can't believe you love him so much too, Chris. I didn't know that. So this is not a setup, guys. I actually didn't know that at all. So what he's saying, Chris, about the masks, yeah, what do you reckon?
You know, there's a whole lot to the mask. You know, it's a psychological thing. Okay?
Yes.
And then you're getting into who the enemy is and their rituals, and they're pushing the ritual on us.
Yes.
And this is part of it. And a lot of it is too that they're slowly killing you with these things. You know, they are bad for you, bottom line. if I might add, I was just at the dentist before I called you. You knew I was going there, and they were going to make me wear a mask in there, and I said absolutely not. I said, as a matter of fact, I said, you guys canceled on me 4 different times now because of what's going on, and I said, I'm not doing this again, and I'm not wearing a mask. And the lady behind the desk said, well, as long as we can take your temperature. And I said, what does this have to do with anything? And she's like, well, it's the COVID-19. And I said, what's your point? She says, well, it's killing people. And I asked her in front of everybody, her and the doctor and everybody else, I said, where are you getting this information from? And it was crickets. Just nothing. And I said, the best way to get rid of COVID-19 is to throw your television out in the street.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, well,
absolutely.
We can let you go ahead and come on back. And I said, just like that, you know. So really, you're going on blind faith here.
Yeah.
And I said, let me explain something to you. This is a big hoax. It really is. There's a flu.
On your teeth.
And I said, people die. People die of the flu, things of this nature. Yes, of course. Yeah. But you have the same, usually around the same amount of people every year. And a lot of people are sick of other things. They might have this and that. And a lot of them are elderly people, and this is natural. This happens.
Yep.
So, but going back to Joe Ambriano, he's mentioning something that everybody should. And if you pay attention, it's the 5G and 60 gigahertz is what's what nobody talks about. And he warns people. He says other channels, it's not what they're saying, or you talk about shills or anything. He said it's what they're not saying, which really is true. And you don't see CNN or MSNBC or Fox News or any radio stations talking about 5G.
That's right.
This is something that is going to be detrimental. I mean, I shouldn't even say detrimental. This is going to be the killer. And they're going to blame it on something else.
Yeah.
Exactly. So do you believe this is the second wave, or is this just another distraction until they hit us with maybe a true bioweapon that does actually kill people, like the scriptures say, 1,000 at your left side, 10,000 at your right side, dying. That always
falling over.
Yeah.
I don't believe there's any waves at all. I think they've started their I don't even know what you want to call it. They've started the New World Order, and it's continuing one up. If you want to call it a second wave, third wave, that's up to you. But this is something that's just going to stay in motion.
Yeah.
I don't know what wave you want to call it, but it's not stopping. And I hate to say this is the new normal, because it's not going to be a new normal for me. I'll tell you that much. It's not.
Yeah, I think as well, Chris. As everyone has been saying, you have a look at the message that the masks bring over. Like we saw George Floyd, I can't breathe, and then basically a lot of the times is if people have masks on all the time. It's going to be very hard for people. It's going to be very hard for people to how would I put it, to talk to each other and to converse. I mean, as it says in the scriptures, the love of many will wax cold, because I think this actually stops a lot of communication and maybe goodwill towards your fellow man, and
Growler,
so they're just.
Growler, can I jump in just for a sec? Listen, we got Zoe wants to jump in on the chat, guys.
Oh, mate, Zoe.
Zoe, jump in. Zoe is from Wyoming, guys. Okay, welcome, Zoe. Can we hear you? Let's have a check. She's just coming in. Just be patient for a minute, guys.
Another thing I want to mention about the mask. This is another way for them to divide.
Yes.
Because you see, it's all about division, because that's the only way you're going to conquer the people. You understand? It's
correct.
Divide and conquer. So they're either going to do it by race, ones that are wearing the mask or not wearing the mask. This is part of it. You're going to have a separation of us and them. You know, the ones that are awake, I guess, if you want to call us that, we are, or the ones that are propagandized, the propagandized masses, and they are in the masses.
That's it.
Yeah, correct. And I'd just like to Anne Walsworth has joined us, a very special sister on the chat. So good to see you again, Anne. Hope everything's going well with you. We miss you. We pray for you. So just quickly, as I would, just with
Growler,
what Chris was.
Growler, I need to stop you. Sorry, darling. We just need to see how Zoe's going with her audio.
Oh, right. Sure.
Zoe, can you hear me? Zoe, are you there? Okay, so we're just going to keep chatting. Zoe, when you fix up what you've got going on your end, just start talking over the top of us. Okay? But we cannot hear you, so we'll just keep running. Let's keep going. Growler, sorry, keep going.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I'm just going to quickly make the point that, you know, it is a physical and spiritual application with the mask, because it's basically saying that we don't have a voice. We're under communism now. We're not going to talk. And especially when you have to wear masks a lot in churches as well. So what sort of message does that bring across? You know, you've got a mask and you're not talking, you're not praying, you're not. So it's a mockery of Christians in churches as well. They're saying Christians don't have a voice anymore. It could be a lot of things.
The mask in itself covers your countenance. Your countenance shows your emotions, everything about you. You know, this is part of us having the image of God.
Yeah.
And they are shutting that down. Shut it down.
Yep.
So this is an attack on God, our humanity.
Yes. It's on His creation.
That's right. We are His creation. We look
correct.
like Him.
Yep.
He made us all individuals to where, you know, if I come and talk to you in person, I can tell what kind of mood you're in just by looking at you. It's from your countenance, you know. And with these masks, you're covering a lot. You're covering emotion. You're covering your true self.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, putting on maybe the new normal and the new you know what I mean? Some sort of way like that. It could be going down some sort of way like that. So I don't know. What do you think, Beck?
I think that we've got a problem with Zoe. We can hear a lot of background noise that is really interfering with the stream. So Zoe, maybe jump out and just disconnect and jump back in. Something's not right on your end. We can't hear you at all, but we can hear a lot of interference. So Zoe, could you just jump out of the stream, please, and then jump back in? Okay, so we are going to run a second video, guys. We're going to have a chat about this one. This is, I found this a bit funny, but you'll see what I mean. So this is CNN headquarters in Atlanta. Check this out, guys. And go.
With you in real time. Well, of course, I'm recording this, but 345,000 subscribers sent this to me. It says CNN headquarters in Atlanta being destroyed, massive police presence. I already watched about 35 seconds of this, but I want to watch the rest of it with you in as close to real time as we can get. Check this out. Look at all the graffiti on the CNN logo right here, and they're just trashing, breaking the windows. Never underestimate the power of stupid people in large crowds. Would you just take note at the small police presence compared with the massive crowd? This massive crowd, if they wanted to, if they acted in unison, could completely overpower this paltry police presence. Look at that. What's this guy? Guys, if this crowd wanted to, they could wail on these cops and completely take them down, and there's nothing they'd be able to do. Nothing.
No women! Go hit the Don't shoot!
Cops with attitudes, man.
Yeah.
Don't fucking shoot! Don't fucking shoot!
Look at this lady right there, like she's gonna do something here with her baton.
Okay, so I saw another shot of that video yesterday where it was the reporters actually in the CNN building when they were getting attacked, and I think I've actually got an actual clip for that, but I don't know if I actually put that in, so that's okay. But this one is Brian from High Impact Flicks. Do you know him, Chris?
Yeah, I'm actually one of his moderators.
Oh, right. Okay, we're hitting the nail on the head here, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh, can I just say a real hi to my beautiful husband, Paul McAllen, has jumped in. That's my hubby. He's working away at the moment. He's working really hard. So everybody show my husband Paul some love there.
Yep. God bless
He said,
Paul.
hi, everybody. Can't talk, Beck. They have me working today.
Congratulations on his new grandson.
Thank you. He's so beautiful, and his name's Levi. Mm-hmm. Chris, I've lost your audio.
Say again. I'm sorry.
Chris, we've lost your audio. Chris,
Can you hear me?
there you go. We lost your audio. Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome to
Okay, guys.
welcome Shane
So-
Calderia.
Oh, Shane. Hi, Shane.
Mm.
Shalom, Shane. Shalom. Guys, if you haven't, you need to go to Shane's video and subscribe to Shane. He's got an awesome, awesome channel. I wish he would jump in. Shane, you are welcome to jump into the chat. We are going to run the link and we hope to see you, Shane. I'd really like to talk to you. Don't be shy. Mate, I know you can talk to anybody. So, Paul McAllen, hope to see you sometime today. There is the link to StreamYard. Anybody that wants to jump in is welcome. All right, guys. So Chris, did you see the footage from this inside of the CNN building when the reporter was on the stairs and it was all happening and the cops were lined up and it was the funniest thing, the reporter reporting on it. I just don't know where that video is at the moment, but has anyone seen that one from inside the CNN building?
I have not. No.
Joe's playing.
You know, I've got to comment on these riots and everything going on. We all know the majority of it is staged. They want it to happen. It is something that is, they've been, again, it's part of the first wave, second wave, third wave, whatever wave you want to call it. This is part of it. And wheel, this snowball is getting bigger as the chaos brews. And this is exactly what they wanted from the very beginning.
Yep.
So everybody's falling into the trap. Why?
Yep.
Because they don't understand their motives. What's really going on behind the scenes?
Well, it's a worldwide phenomenon now. You've got Canada joining in the fun with the UK and France, and now in Australia as well, with Melbourne and with Melbourne and Sydney, as Beck and I were discussing earlier on. So it's going to be, it's just going to be a worldwide phenomenon. So it's really just going to. It can either go two ways, as I was discussing with Chris yesterday and my sister. I mean, with all these people protesting, a lot of people, let's say in the comment section, or even people, or the reporters or the news reporters, they're all saying there's going to be a massive spike in COVID. There's going to be, so they've got that up their sleeve as well to even lock you down further. And give them more rule to lock you down, because all these so-called stupid protesters are not doing the social distancing or, adhering to the rules. So I reckon it's a strategy from the strategists who have actually organised all this. They knew that we would do their work for them.
That's right.
Yep.
You nailed it.
Yep.
That's it. All they can do is sit back and spend a couple dollars, and it's peanuts to them, because in all reality, we're paying for it. We're paying for our own destruction.
That's exactly right. Guys, we've got another video we're going to run. Let's have a look at this one, and then we're going to have a chat about this one. This will be interesting.
Amid reignited trade tensions between the US and China, the EU's position isn't always clear. Some of its leaders criticize the communist regime, but many try to protect their own economic interests at the same time. Our France correspondent sat down with the director of Paris's Economic Warfare School, who says they're playing a very dangerous game.
The Chinese city of Wuhan is not only the origin of the CCP virus, it's also a gateway for French industry. But the global pandemic has forced some French companies to rethink their business dealings with China. French car manufacturer Renault is one of them. It's adjusting its strategy in China by halting part of its production there in April. But other companies plan to continue their cooperation with the Chinese regime. Christian Harbelot, director of Paris's Economic Warfare School. said health crisis presents a chance for French companies to consider whether or not operating inside China is a good strategic move.
These French businesses located in China seem to forget that they're under the rule of a communist dictatorship, is a criminal regime by nature.
The rules that govern international were largely shaped by the US and Europe. As trade tensions again rise between the US and China, for Europe, doing business with China is also a question of politics. It's still unclear whether the EU will side with the United States and exert its own pressure over the regime. The EU's foreign policy chief Joseph Borrell told French media JDD that the EU shouldn't be naive about China. But he added in another interview that his job is to maintain a good relationship with China. According to Harbulot, this position is a very dangerous one. In a recent report published by the Economic Warfare School, Harbulot stated that because China doesn't have the military means necessary to conquer Europe, it targets the economy instead.
China tries to bring down Western countries by stealing their technology and weakening their industries.
He says European leaders are now at a crossroad.
They can choose to side with US and prevent China from subduing Western countries. Or they can choose to continue this game, where they criticize China while still trying to protect their own economic interests. This choice would be suicide, I think.
Reporting by David Vives, NTD News.
Yeah. So, Growler, I want to hand that one over to you. This is your thing, this one.
Yeah, I mean, how would I put it? I mean, all you can do, especially with, well, this is what I think the EU is. This is from my own studies. EU is the 10 toes of the leopard that has been described in Revelation. And the EU needs a 10-nation army, which is an antichrist army, because if you have a look at it for the last 10 years, last 10, 15 years, so much of Islamic immigration over to Europe. Now, what they've done is a lot of the Islamic people have gone into the armies. So therefore, when the time comes for the 10 toes of the leopard to start running and start war, it'll be basically it will be the 10 toes of the leopard. Mainly the army's made up of Islamic fighters, because these Islamic fighters, the 10 toes, will actually be making their way back to Israel to invade Israel. So it really is a hard one. It really is a hard one. Look, there are so many fors and againsts. You can really chuck up quite a few arguments. But I mean, to make up the leopard, you know, you need the body, you need the toes. The body of the leopard is, let's say, the US. The head is the lion, the UK. So that's why they have done so many. That's why we've integrated into a Five Eyes. That's why they've integrated in a 10-nation army. That's why they've integrated into this. That's why they exercise with who. So that's basically what I've come up to, because I'm having a look at the end result, and the end result is the Gog and Magog war. So it's just basically a breakdown of everyone else's military, putting it all into one and sending it back over to the Middle East. What do you think, Beck?
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. I have to agree with you. I just want to say that I've been meeting a lot of people, and they just think that everything is going to go back to normal, that the economic situation will somehow just resume and that life will go back to normal. And I'm trying to, you know, gently tell them, we've got to be careful when people can't see, because we were there ourselves once. So we have to be very careful how we approach the situation of trying to tell people that, I'm sorry, this is never going to end. You're in Groundhog Day. And this one you're not going to wake up from if you don't give your life to Yeshua, the one who died for you. This is not, all will not be well for you. There's only one escape. But with the China and Europe thing, I'll be honest with you, I haven't looked into that a lot. I haven't had the time to. As you guys know, I've been so busy. But Chris, did you want to chime in on that one?
Yeah, I don't quite honestly what our world leaders are anywhere from China to everywhere else. Quite honestly, they're all in the same cabal.
Yeah, that's right.
So you got to be very careful of what they're saying because it's at this point in the game, question everything, trust no one. That's that.
Absolutely. Well, guys, I got another video we're going to run. And this one is from the Two Preachers channel. I don't subscribe to them, but they do get some good footage. So I really don't know what these guys are about, but I don't care. I don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. So we're just going to let this video run.
Going on.
Охренеть. Блин, как деревья-то шатает. Там, блин, штора шатает. Штора шатает. Что? Балкон стула просто. Пальцы бери. Господи, какой сильный ветер.
Прикрейся обратно.
Ого-го. Капец. Нет, света. Офигеть. Максим, у нас, кстати... Только, видимо,
накрыл ураган. Шквалистый ветер срывал крыши домов, торговых центров и школ. В соцсетях очевидцы делятся кадрами разгула стихии. Так в Екатеринбурге на одной из стройплощадок летали металлические листы. Поваленные деревья повредили десятки автомобилей. Без электричества остались около 30 тысяч человек. О пострадавших пока не сообщается, но по данным спасателей скорость ветра в регионе достигала 27 метров в секунду. Объявлено штормовое предупреждение.
Будто это домик из спичек.
Все, нет больше детской площадки.
А вот часть забора сбивает женщину с ног и с силой бьет об борт автомобиля. Но опаснее всего на стройках. Там куски облицовочной плитки кружат в воздухе, как стаи птиц. Рушатся строительные леса, падают краны. Этот рухнул прямо на пешеходную дорожку рядом с детской площадкой, сломав 2 забора. Один из погибших во время сегодняшнего урагана в Екатеринбурге как раз крановщик.
В общем, вот такие дела. Уже несут человека. Мы не знаем, в каком он состоянии, если...
Что такое? Решить до дома или нет?
Wow, 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 wow. I mean, weather warfare, guys. Let's have a little chat about the weather now. Like, we've had it pretty good here. Can you tell us, Chris, what's going on with your weather? Are you getting, you getting any rain bombs or anything like that?
No, it's been actually pretty nice. There's no chemtrails. There's no planes. You know,
No.
we've had perfect weather all the way for the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. So everything looks good.
Well, it's been the same here. It's been really nice days, and we did have. It was really a lot warmer than it should have been. I don't know why. Yeah, the chemtrails have stopped. It's it's something weird going on, because why have they stopped spraying? I think there's been a change of guard. I think the New World Order really has taken over, and they're just waiting to, they might just hit us all of a sudden, just bomb us with the weather, because I'm not getting mountain weather views saying the wind has been crazy in Western Massachusetts for the past 2 years. We've got someone, Truth Seeds is in Perth, which is on the other side of the country here. It's on the west coast. And he said, big storm here in Perth. Our fence blew over. Okay, yeah. So we did get some weird stuff going on in summer, but it's gone back to being relevantly how it should. I don't know. I know that if you watch Mike Morales' channel, and I know basically all you guys probably watch Mike Morales, he's onto it. And I watched his stream yesterday, and it was just horrifying. Like, he showed a picture of what looked like an upside down tornado. I don't know if anybody watched it, but it was just the photos, even photos I've got on my own camera, just with the cloud formations, more so with us. With us, they're hitting us with the waves, We'll have really nice days and very light cloud, and then you just see the pattern, the boom, 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 the stripes, the leopard skin just goes all over the sky, and we know that we're getting harped, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know, zapped, I'd say, or the scalar waves. They're using scalar waves on us.
My question is there any flights going out at all? Is there any planes?
Yeah, we have very few. We live right on the flight path of the Brisbane airport, and we have very, very few. We live next to a very small airfield as well, which is just for, your little planes, and it's busier than usual. We have some citations, Learjets going to and from, and they're doing all the politicians. And but as far as commercial jets, we might have 1, 2 a day. I've got the flight tracker app, so I usually try and go out there and have a look when I remember, but I haven't done that for like a week because of Levi. So, I mean, yeah, there's no chemtrails because there's no planes.
Right. There's your answer. No planes. Yeah. Everything's grounded. And I'm even questioning if some of the businesses have gone belly up. I don't know. I mean, everybody else has around here.
Well, Virgin, aren't they? They wanted a bailout. I know that Qantas here wanted a bailout. So it's all happening. The government's just going to buy all of it. And that's what we're in. We're in the new order. There's been a change of guard. We haven't even talked about Buckingham Palace yet.
Mm.
Growler, do you want to fill the people in on Buckingham Palace stuff?
Yes, there was a very good journalist over here and radio producer even John Laws, who's very well known here in Australia, has said there's been a change of guard. The Queen has actually stepped down, from queening. So I find that, especially with logic before authority, and he's actually got the whole of Buckingham Palace has been boarded up with black boards, and they used to have the traditional UK police with their pomp and ceremony, the ones with the red jackets and the big black headsets, and now they've basically just put police out the front, sort of like being a change of the guard, and all the windows are boarded up. The horses that the Queen actually uses, they've got to be kept in peak working order, and they've actually been sent out into paddocks, so basically not working, and they're just eating grass. So I find there's been a change of the guard, as we were saying earlier, Beck. There's been a change of the guard even at Rome, at the Vatican, where the Pope has stood down. So the Pope has stood down. Let's say the Queen has stood down. Prince Harry and Meghan, they've gone over to America. So it's like a massive power shift that's happening, and I think this is actually paving the way for the Antichrist to come through this year.
Yeah, I think you're right. I actually have found some video of what we are actually talking about, and I am going to put that up in a minute. It'll give me a little minute to do that. But yeah, I think, the Pope standing down, the Queen's in hiding or whatever. Like we had our biggest radio commentator in Australia, whose name is John Laws. We heard him say 2 days ago, the Queen has stood down. Now, John Laws would not be discrediting himself with false information. It was almost like he had information that hasn't been put out there yet. And he would, because he's a former Sonic puppet. And I knew his son. His son was a good friend of mine, and he was a bastard father. He was a horrible, horrible man. And I don't care what I say, I'm just over it. I'm going to say it as it is. John Laws is a bastard. He's a Freemason. And he said that the Queen had stood down. And we can't find anything else about the Queen standing down. And I'll just interrupt you guys. I'm going to play that video about the Buckingham Palace crest missing. Here we go.
Palace. And on the gate, the crest has gone. If you're going closer, you can see that the windows are all boarded up from the inside or covered or something. That's the first time that has ever happened. And the guys guarding the palace on the Royal Guards, they are Gurkhas. The Gurkhas guarding the palace. Interesting. So make of that what you want. Who knows? Buckingham Palace. Where's the Queen?
Yeah, so why would they be boarding the whole place up? They changed the guards, and the crest was on the ground like it's a piece of rubbish. Like, honestly, wouldn't have people picked that up straight away? I mean, that would be a relic. I don't understand what's going on there whatsoever, but it is part of everything that's going on. That shows you they are ready to reveal the Antichrist. I'm just going to say, it's their false Messiah. They call it their Mashiach. So if you guys hear the word Mashiach, it means Messiah. So it's all ready to go. They have been putting this in place since 2001 when those two buildings fell. That was their big opening ceremony sacrifice. And then we know CERN has done something, probably 2012. Everything went weird. There was some sort of weird false reality with Mandela effect and CERN. And then they had the Gotthard Tunnel opening in 2015, which was their coming out party. Now, if anybody with critical thinking has had a look at this, the Luciferians haven't been hiding the nature of their presence since 2015. So that's 5 years we've had. It's 5 years we've had, guys. If people aren't awake by now, I don't know what to tell them. What do you reckon?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, there's been just in the comments here, just going through a few here. Who is the AC? We don't know yet. This other guy, Gregory Hallett, has come out and said he's part of the Holy Grail bloodline from Jesus. We don't know. I think the AC would be a little bit more. Two things: to be a little bit more charismatic and be a lot younger, and most likely in the image he'll want to come in the image of Christ. He always wants to imitate because he can't create, so he imitates Jesus and maybe the way he looks. We don't know. It's just really, really hard. Could it be Obama? Yes. Could it be Trump? Yes. It could be anyone now. I mean, all options are on the table.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even like to, surmise who this person's going to be. I know we've talked about it. My guess was Obama, but like they could bring someone out. I've been saying this all along. They could bring someone out that looks exactly like Jesus. Now, if you look at IPEC Goat 2 or their version of Jesus, and to me, Jesus, the word, that's not my Messiah. My Messiah is Yeshua. And he does not look like a long-haired, blonde or red-haired, white guy. No, that's not who he is to me. All I know is whoever they bring out, it will not be your savior. It will be the enemy of your souls. And he will be incarnate within that person, and everyone will do as they're told. Everyone will be under his rule. So make no mistake about this. This is happening now, and we are here to warn you. There's a scripture that says, if the watchman sees the sword coming and does not warn, then the blood is on the watchman's hands. Well, I've been warning now for a while, and I'm telling you guys, this is it. We're there. I'm not sure how far into this we are. I don't even want to surmise that. But I know that they're going to bring their Mashiach, their Messiah, out very, very soon. And I think it will be 2020 that he arrives.
We've got a lot of, or especially as we were saying on the video that you made the other day, we do have the Pope signing the whole big human fraternity pact with every world leader at the Vatican on October 11th through to the 18th. They love their 11s, and with the pact being signed on the 15th, and then we've got the American elections. So that's going to be very, very interesting. Just depends how the world is at that point.
Okay, guys, that's awesome. Listen, we've got another video to run here. This one's in Beijing, I think. This is a storm that is just ferocious in Beijing. So just have a look at this one.
3:45 p.m. Suddenly, darkness has descended upon Beijing. Literally 10 minutes ago, it was pretty light, and now it's this.
That's crazy. That's crazy. This is weather warfare. You know, we might all be okay, sitting thinking we're okay, but they will hit simultaneously, place after place after place, because this is their agenda. They want us to suffer as much as possible before we die, though. Just remember that. So you need to be armor up, the blood over you. You need that every single day. What do you reckon, Chris? What do you reckon about that Beijing one?
You know, you and I know that they have geoengineering, so this is at play as well.
Yeah.
Again, what's organic and what is man-made? That's a question we have nowadays. You know, again, trust nothing, trust no one, trust. Here's this. Everything boils down to these people are frauds, they're liars, they're out to kill, steal, and destroy. We're at Ephesians 6:12. We're dealing with principalities in dark places in spiritual matters. So this is something to be aware of and know. All this has to happen. There's nothing we can do about it anymore. You can protest it until you're blue in the face, or you can show the videos and just, as you said, if you don't have Jesus Christ in your heart now, this is the time. And rest assured, he knows what's going on, and we are in revelation coming to fold. This is it. You're in the mix of it, whether you like it or not. You're in the middle. You're in the middle of revelation, and it's unfolding before our very eyes.
Yeah, just quickly with that storm as well. Now, with the lightning, that is what is called smooth channel lightning. Now, 5% of all the lightning around the world, 5% of lightning around the world is smooth channel lightning, which comes from very severe supercells, mainly from Tornado Alley in America. And when you see lightning like that, it's just like a piece of string. It's smooth. So what happens is, because that bolt actually comes from the anvil top at the top of the thunderhead and strikes ahead of the storm. So if you do listen to the thunder, it's like they're like cannon shots. So even if you did a quick Google search on smooth channel lightning, you would understand what it was like. And that's when I saw the footage of that storm. First of all, I thought, wow, how dark is it? And that normally doesn't happen. No, even in Tornado Alley. And I haven't seen blackness like that for a while. So maybe could it be a judgment from the Father? I know, could the Father have sent that to really warn Beijing that he's in control? We all know about the geoengineering. We all know that. And if you quickly want to do another Google search on the El Reno tornado in 2013, which killed some very big storm chasers, that was 3 supercells merging into one. So I think that geoengineering was the El Reno storm that no one has ever seen before. It's the biggest tornado that's happened. So that's why I had a look at that Chinese storm. I saw something different in that Chinese storm. It was more biblical. It was more biblical, that I think it was. It could have been geo-engineered. I don't know. It's up to you to have a look at the footage, and if you know your weather good enough, it's up to you. But yeah, look, that thunderstorm, and I've been a storm chaser, and I know people over in Tornado Alley, and to be honest, I haven't seen a storm like this, especially in China. I mean, the weather conditions in Tornado Alley are ripe for this sort of thing. But what happened in China, I think it was just a different kettle of fish.
Absolutely. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh, good. My little avatar's not. Oh, there it goes. It had a little speck attack, I think. Yeah, look, Growler, you're right. I mean, what can we say? If people, my darling husband, if you're listening, I'm sorry, but you still can't see what I've been telling you, and you still make up all these excuses for it. So please forgive me, but I'm going to say this: the people that just can't see it when you tell them, I don't know what to say. If we can't open their eyes by them seeing it, there's nothing we can really do anymore. I'm sick of fighting. I have fought for 2 years, and sometimes it's ended in tears. Sometimes it's ended with me driving off. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. This has not been an easy road. There's been a lot of heartache that's gone on with me trying to warn people, a lot of heartache. I grieved when I found out the truth. For about the first 3 months. I was just grieving on and off. The emotions were incredible because I'm not an emotional sort of woman. I'm sort of really balanced. If I'm emotional, it's because I have outbursts of joy, or I'll get angry and I want to kill people. No, but I have a bit of a temper. Growler knows that.
Yeah.
But normally I'm pretty tepid. Hey, mate.
No, you're just passionate. You're just passionate.
Yeah.
And
They
look,
won't listen, mate. They won't listen. What do we do, dude? What do we do?
I can pat the dog.
Shut up! You got my dog.
Yeah.
My dog
Yeah.
back.
So, but yeah.
Hey, what was it? What was it you said the other day when we were walking along? You said, I said to you, 1,000 years I can understand because I've lived for half a century, so I can understand how long 1,000 years is. What did you say?
Our 1,000 years, because we run on a different time scale, of course, and it's not according to the Father, that's for sure. But yeah, because our 1,000 years is one day. Up in heaven, I guess, and I'm thinking, geez, we've come a very, very long way in 2 days since Yeshua ascended to be at the right hand of the Father. So he's only been away for 2 days, guys, and look how bad it's got. Really, So
that kills me. 2 days.
And he did say he's coming back soon. He is coming back soon, so it's only been 2 days for him. So he has kept his promise, and we are.
So we're just going to hang in.
Yeah, we are at the end. So I thought, geez, taking a long time. Yeshua's taking a real long time, and I thought, no, he's only been away for 2 days. So, yeah.
That's wonderful. The thing is, Zoe says don't fight, Beck. It is the Father's fight. Yeah, Zoe, I stopped fighting. I don't. I just lead by example with them, and if they ask me a question, I try to answer it to the best of the knowledge that I've gained through all the research I've done. I feel that my research has sort of come to an end now because I know as much as I need to know about what's going on, that I know at the end of the day, this is a Luciferian system that we're under, and it's not going away. Please wake up, people. This is not going away. You need to get your families and your house in order. You need to you commit your children and your grandchildren to Jesus, Yeshua, commit them to him. Cover them, pray for them every day, and look, he's going to do something. He's going to do something amazing. I don't know what. But I have finished fighting. I just don't fight about it anymore. I will tell them what I know and just lead by example. But I can tell you what, if there's anybody in the house that's, really fighting with people and, walking away or driving away really angry, it's not worth it. It doesn't work. It just makes the journey longer, and it confuses them. And it confuses them too, because then they think, oh, this person is a bit, unhinged. So how can I trust what they're saying? But the thing is, why we become unhinged is because the amount of information that we've uncovered and the amount of things that it's done to our spirit, it's torn it apart. But he puts us back together. He puts us back together every time,
Yeah, and just quickly like to say to Lisa Persimmon, yes, I would definitely like to see the radar echo of that cell over at Beijing as well. I'm just wondering, Lisa, if you can try and get something on there, something on that, and maybe get the radar image of that cell going over Beijing. I'll do a bit of my homework and see if I can get it as well. We've got a bit of homework to do, but yes, I would definitely love to see the image of that cell.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I mean,
thanks for the laugh, Susie.
Yeah. Let's, Growler, can you have a look? I can't see the comments at the moment. I'm just doing something.
We've got Zoe saying, it's not worth fighting, which is true, because you're only using up energy you need. So she's very right there. And Barbara is saying the Father will lift the veil when it's the right time. Fully agree with you, Barbara. Amen to that. Apart from that, you've got a bit of homework to do there, Lisa. And I've got a bit of homework to do. And Zoe, I think, is exiting the chat when I'm not sure, but she's praying for everybody on here. And mountain with a view, yes, no one listens, correct, you're just banging your head against a brick wall. And the urgency, as Truth Seed says, looks like craziness. I fully agree with that, utterly agree with that. And I think it's just a matter of because so much is happening so fast, it's you're so urgent to get that information out. And it does come across as craziness, and I will actually go along with that. So yeah.
If I can say something, Beck, you've
go along with what? What's that bit? What are you going along with? Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I think he's dropped out.
You there?
Can't hear Chris.
Can you hear me?
That's better. Try, I guess. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, we're doing the Trump. We're doing the Trump video.
We are. Yeah, we are. We're going to play that Trump video for you guys because I think they are hiding it, and we already had it. So this is his address yesterday. It's 6 minutes and 46 seconds or something like that. So hang in there, guys, and watch this very carefully. And I want to see in the comments if anyone else can pick up anything that we miss in this. Here we go. Turn it up a bit. It's not very loud.
As
oh, okay.
Americans were rightly sickened and revolted by the brutal death of George Floyd. My administration is fully committed that for George and his family, justice will be served. He will not have died in vain. But we cannot allow the righteous cries and peaceful protesters to be drowned out by an angry mob. The biggest victims of the rioting are peace-loving citizens in our poorest communities. And as their president, I will fight to keep them safe. I will fight to protect you. I am your president of law and order and an ally of all peaceful protesters. But in recent days, our nation has been gripped by professional anarchists, violent mobs, arsonists, looters, criminals, rioters, Antifa, and others. A number of state and local governments have failed to take necessary action to save.
Okay, I just want to say, yeah. So Timothy Ryan orbs.
Correct.
There was orbs flying everywhere, and we've had people on Paul and Adrian's stream, Off Grid and Desert Farming. If you haven't, jump over to their channel, please, and subscribe.
Hi, Paul and Adrian.
Paul and Adrian are in their house. We love you guys.
Yep.
We love you guys.
We love you guys. We love you guys.
I love watching Adrian cook. But
we're coming over for dinner, Adrian.
Yeah, we're coming. You better make 4 bits, eh? Now, listen, with this Trump video, Paul and Adrian put up a video as well about the orbs, and you had all people saying, oh, there were bugs and that. Look, we saw the bugs. We can see the bugs. We can see the orbs. Yes, Truth Seeds, demon orbs. Yes.
Yes, that's what they are.
Yes, anything.
Fallen angel orb. I don't
Paul
know.
and Adrian was straight onto it, okay? So, you know, give credit where credit's due. If you slow it down, okay, you can see it and you can do it yourself. You can get the video. We'll drop the link in the description box. You can put it on your phone. There is a mode at the bottom that allows you to slow the video down. And I think Adrian said -25, I think she said. So there was definite demonic activity in that. We're just going to watch a little bit more. Let's see if we can check out a little bit more. Ready?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was actually still playing because it is in slow mode. Righto. So it's been slowed down, and that's my tech guy's done that. So he slowed it down so much it looked like it was stopped to me. Now, did anyone else see any of the orbs? Please chime in the chat.
Just quickly, guys, if you do have time, watch the whole video. As Timothy was saying, it's 6 minutes 66 long. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. But just watch the whole video. Just watch the whole video. You can see some of the bugs. You can see some of the whatever they are. But there are a lot of orbs there as well. So you know which ones are the bugs and which ones are the orbs. So I don't know, maybe make it a competition, guys, to see how many orbs you do see over the duration of that video.
Yeah, exactly. And it just had someone said there was a Trump double. Who said that? Barbara said Trump double. Absolutely. Yep. I really think so too. Chris, what do you reckon, Chris? Do you reckon that's Trump? Like, what's happened to his hair? It's not orange anymore. There's something just amiss with this guy.
I've heard that there's trouble. And I have a friend of mine that was telling me that Trump is going to get shot and killed. And whether he's a clone or he's got a twin, this is a very good possibility.
Yes.
Yeah, so look, dude on the left looks like Richard Gere, David Duchovny. Chris, I know he's pretty good looking, isn't he? I reckon he looks like Richard Gere. We've got I think it's Adrian writing this. Dude on the left looks like Richard Gere. She's talking about you, Christopher. Or David Duchovny.
Yeah.
No, I reckon David Duchovny's ugly. No, he doesn't look like David Duchovny.
You don't have time for a relationship, Chris. I'm sorry.
Oh, what, with me?
No. I said, because everyone thinks he's Richard Gere or something like that, I said, you don't have time for a relationship, Chris. I'm sorry, mate.
Oh, no. He knows that. We know that. I tell you what, though, my daughter says he's my internet boyfriend.
Oh, dear.
So there you go.
Yeah.
We get labelled all the time, don't we, guys?
Yeah, we do. And
we got to just laugh. Like, look, if we're not getting out of this alive. Probably, I don't know when, if or when there's a rapture. If we don't get out of this alive, I know we're going to see each other all on the other side, and we're going to be laughing about it then. Because don't worry about a little bit of pain. You know, like if you've got to die for your faith, don't worry about that little bit of pain. Seriously, you've already experienced a lifetime full of pain anyway. So what's a few, minutes or seconds or however long it takes to get rid of you?
Days.
Because you're not going to, don't say that, because you're not going to take their mark. You know, we have to laugh sometimes. We need to lighten up.
Yep.
You know, and I just can't handle being out of my head all the time, worrying about this sort of stuff. I've been there and I've done that. And if any of you are doing that, I really would suggest you put the internet down for a while. You go and live your life. Go outside, the trees. Like, have you got animals? Spend time with your animals, grandchildren. You need to disconnect from this world because this world is catching up with you anyway, whether you're watching what's going on or not. Now, we're watchmen and watchwomen, so we've been called to actually tell you. So we're the ones who are going to take the stress for you. Let us be stressed. We'll carry it. Don't do it. Relax. Enjoy the last days that you have. That's my advice. What do you reckon?
Absolutely.
Reeves.
Couldn't agree with you more.
Keanu Reeves. How do you say his name? Now you look like Keanu Reeves. Christopher. He does too. He does a bit. Oh my gosh, I think Adrian likes you.
Paul's not going to be happy about that one.
Look out, Paul. Bit of competition. Hey, they've been married 30 odd years like me and my husband too, so I think they're pretty set, you know. I think they're pretty fine.
It must be the vegan burgers you cook, Adrian.
I want one of those vegan burgers, mate. My mouth was watering. I was jumping through the screen. It was crazy. It was really good.
And I'd just quickly like to say to Zoe as well, thank you, my Zoe. You are just awesome. Thank you so much for everything and all your support. She's left quite a few comments for Beck and myself and everyone else in the chat.
Chris, would you like to chime in, Mr. Keanu Reeves, please? You are too. You are pretty hot, aren't you?
Going back to, I don't even know what to say. Thanks. I am single, so that being said, I think your best bet, if anybody is able to get out of the suburbs and get out of the cities, and while you still have some kind of chance, because there's going to be a time where I don't know if they're going to poison the water, if they're going to come military in the streets. It's probably all going to, it's just a matter of what are these people seriously up to and how far are they willing to go or going to go? Because in what I've researched, it's going to go the distance. And the distance in most people's minds is the masks, or it's going to stop at maybe the COVID-19. No, it's going to go farther than that. Yeah. People are going to go hungry. It's going to get scary. It's going to get frightening, and it's going to get panic, and it's going to be something that we've never seen on this planet before. Planet. I shouldn't say planet. I hate that. It's whatever you want to call it.
We know where we live.
Yeah. Sorry for saying planet. This is going to get crazy. Yeah. And there's going to be a lot of people perish. There is. And it's not going to be what you think it is. There's going to be a whole, when it talks about in the Bible, they will believe the lie. This is what it's coming to. And they're wearing out the saints as we speak.
Correct.
Okay? So, with this being said, and I mean this in all sincerity, get out of the suburbs and get out of the city more or less now, or you have a chance. If there's any chance. You're holding on to your jobs and careers. These things are going to be gone. It's going to. We are at the very beginnings of this. These people are lunatics. The lunatics are running the asylum, and they're going to run it to the ground. And I hate to pump fear or anything into that to everybody, but I'm about truth. If it hurts you and it makes you feel uncomfortable, good, I'm doing my job. Because
correct.
You know, this is where we're at. This is no joke. Okay? We're in a moment of time that is biblical proportions. And if you crack your Bible open and sit down and be sincere about it and look, you can get a pretty grim picture of what's happening. Okay? And what's going to happen. Now, there is good news. There's always good news because, again, their plans will not succeed each time. So they got to come up with something fresh and, again, confuse us and try and kill us and whatever else. So God is in the mix of this. There's a war going on. And we all know we will win. That's the bottom line. We are winners. If you're in Christ, okay.
Yep.
It's all good news. You cannot lose. You know.
Yep.
So, listen, guys. It's a matter of who's greater than me than is in the world.
The one that lives inside us.
That's right. You know, and whether they come with some kind of vaccination or whatever the case may be strong. You know, don't take it, and God forbid, these people, they are up to no good. I mean, who wants to take this crap? Who wants to take something that's full of, the list goes on of what's in these things. You know? I don't. I'm not gonna. And if they're gonna try to drag me to a FEMA camp, well, they're gonna show up with my body because it's not gonna happen.
Yep.
And everybody should be the same way. You know, who cares what's going on with these riots? Stay away from that crap. It's all staged. It's all manufactured. So don't be ignorant. You know, and Beck, going with what you said, that you nailed it on the head, and you took the words right out of my mouth when you said that your research that you've been doing for so long has pretty much come to a head. That I'm at the same point. I really am. There's nothing more to research. We know the end game. We know the enemy. That's the key. What is the enemy? Who are they, and what are they about? If we understand the signs and symbols and the numerology, what they use, and their rituals, and this is all who they are. Okay, we can kind of combat it in a sense. We can defeat it and help each other out. I don't think we're at a point now where if you're not awake, I don't want to say it's too late. I don't want to ever say that, because God is more powerful than you can even imagine. He's going to wake people up. He is. He will. It's just a matter of shaking them a little more, getting their eyes open, and we have to be the ambassadors for him, and we have to do it with kid gloves, or we have to do it sternly. I don't know. This is a difficult situation we're in, but we have to show people. We're all in it together. Everybody in the chats knows. I'm sure I'm speaking to the choir. Everybody's awake, but then you've got the churches out there that are kowtowing to the golden idol of government, that are shutting down, and they're doing what they're. This has all been well planned many years before. This is why these churches refuse to take the taxes out, because nothing's for free. And I promise you right now that the government knew this many years ago. So there comes a time for pay up. And guess what? The time is here. So the churches now, they're, a lot of them, I question them. We are the church. We are the church. God should be in your heart and soul. Many are confused, thinking Jesus Christ is not coming. He is. He's very patient.
Yes.
He has to be, because there's still more people to be had. We are fishers of men. He made us fishers of men to go out and catch that right soul. So let's do our due diligence and duty in life, because I think we're called now, whether it be, to wake people up, get them off the mask, because these people, I want to explain to you one thing about the mask. These people are going to bring you down. They are going to be the helpful ones that are with them, that are going to help bring us down. Okay?
Yep.
This is a huge problem.
Yes, it is. And I've actually just going through Paul and Adrian's comment that the US is planning on attacking Russia, or maybe vice versa, Russia's surprise attack on the US. Now, look, with the speed of everything happening, it just wouldn't surprise me if they just keep adding layers of that onion. Just on top of the, just things are going so fast. So it is a worldwide. The Americans sleep with the Chinese sleep with the Americans, the Russians sleep with the Americans. They've all given their own little script, and I think they're all playing it down to a T. And I really believe that we will see nuclear war very soon. In some sort of limited exchange of bringing down the US. So anything's possible now. It's pretty scary at the moment to see how things are going. So nothing would surprise me. So if anyone else would like to, what do you think, Chris?
We got to go to scripture where it talks about wars and rumors of wars. It's not very clear that what it says. Just how do you prepare for something like that? And I was going to mention to Beck, if it's possible, if she wants, I have friends in many parts of the world. For me being in Afghanistan, I've came across plenty of people that I can probably get on her show and talk live if the timing is right. Guys from Kosovo or Serbia or Bosnia, or different parts of the world that can actually give a real perspective of what's going on in their culture, in their part of the world, or even Russia or Ukraine, Eastern Europe. It's, I don't trust anything I see on TV. That's why I don't watch TV. But any politician or anything of this nature, I'm sorry, I don't trust you. I don't. If you're a politician, if you have anything to do with government, if you're not in my vision at all. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. It's something that I will not even convey in my life. What you spew out of your mouth or what you see on any kind of news network, it's not happening in my world because I've done my research and I've seen the lies and it's full of it, just full. So, yeah.
Chris, can I ask you, if you're in the military, are you still bound by OPSEC?
No, there's certain things that are still in operation right now that that would have nothing to do this. That would have nothing to do with anything. So yeah, no, it's nothing to worry about. Listen, if they would have come after me, so be it.
They would have got you. Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, they might still. They could come after us, Growler. We don't know. They could pluck off us truthers first. But I tell you what, if they come off after us, they got a fight in their hands. We're not going down. We're not going to be taken without a fight. And we've already got plans. What is that noise? The noise, Barbara Eldon, is my chooks, which are obviously over with Growler. So my chooks have walked to where he's positioned and they're having a little play with him. He likes my chooks. They're good girls. They lay nice eggs. So yeah, guys, everything Chris said, it's just crazy what's going on. I can't keep up. I was saying to Growler today, in the day when I was young, the news would be, it would be weekly or that. But now we're getting news by the minute and we cannot keep up. Oh, hello. We've got a new person in the chat, Jade Halverson. Hi, Jade. What's up, peeps? Yep. Good. How you going? Hope you're having a good day. I think I've seen you maybe once before. I'm not sure. Yeah, they're chooks, aren't they lovely? Look, this is what we need. We need things in our life, like I said, to make us feel good. And I agree everything with you, Chris, wholeheartedly. But I still think we have to have like a sunny disposition about ourselves to get through this. That's the only way we're going to get through it, because when I lose my head, I know I crumble, and so I'm over that. I'm overdoing it that way. Sometimes you don't get a bite now when you want a bite. You just walk away. So funny. I know, it is so funny, hey? Those chooks are funny. But all in all, we know at the end of the day that our team has won. And if you don't know what team you're on, I lost my head years ago. Oh, that's nice. So hello, Jade. Jade lost her head years ago. Oh, well, that's no good. I hope you found your head. So
Paul and Adrian will be 10 minutes.
Are they going to come on in 10 minutes?
Yeah, they will. Yep.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yes.
That'll be excellent. Well, if we can just keep this rolling for another 10 minutes, we do have another video that we can play here.
That'd be good.
Yeah, so we're just going to get that video. This is a little bit more about the riots, and then we'll go back to talking about what's going on in America. And if people aren't awake and can't see what's happening, that this is all contrived, we don't know what to tell you. Here we go. Let's watch this video.
As we speak, I am dispatching thousands and thousands of heavily armed soldiers, military personnel, and law enforcement.
Sorry, guys, that's not the video we wanted. We've actually... Everything's funny. This is great. We're having such a good time on this end. I hope everybody's having a good day. I really do. I hope you found your head, Jade Halverson. I really do. Now, I am going to try and get something else going here. So here we go. We're going to play this. Here we go. Let's give us a minute. We've got to adjust the speed.
As we speak, I am dispatching thousands and thousands of heavily armed soldiers, military personnel, and law enforcement officers to stop the rioting, looting, vandalism, assaults, and the wanton destruction of property. If a city or state refuses to take the actions that are necessary to defend the life and property of their residents, then I will deploy the United States military and quickly solve the problem for them.
When a mother loses a child, a piece of you goes along with that child.
Rights organization in this city. Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! I demand
There you go. There you go. Brought to you by CNBC. All right. So it's just out of control. It's out of hand. Antifa's come in. They're bussing people in that are not even live in these places. I don't understand. I understand Black Lives Matter. They do, Timothy Ryan. Absolutely, Black Lives Matter. BLM. Oh, I see. Sorry about that. Okay, so I understand now. So what happened was they gave the American people the CV-19, right? And all the Americans, like good little people, like good little sheep, they ran into their houses. It's not all of them, not all of like here, not all of us did that. Some of us, like Christopher there, in Chicago, he went, no, I'm not going to wear a mask in the dentist's office. But a lot of people did. They actually just ran into their house, they're good little people, and they did what they were supposed to do. They obeyed the government. Government went, oh, great, that didn't really work then, did it? Well, what are we going to do next? Right, let's kill somebody, and let's kill them of a colour that's just going to start mass riots. This is Rodney King all over again. I don't know how many of you are old enough to remember the Rodney King killing. Chris, you would do it, wouldn't you?
Say again, I'm
Chris?
sorry. Yeah.
Chris, Rodney King. This is Rodney King killing all over again. Do you remember when they did the Rodney King in 1992?
Absolutely. Oh, yes. I remember.
Okay.
And there's nothing new under the sun. It's a Hegelian dialect. Problem, reaction, solution all over again. Come on, guys, wake up. This is nothing new.
Yep.
They're using the Black Lives Matter to the white lives doesn't matter. All lives matter. Okay? It's divide and conquer and wake up and see it.
Yep.
What more can I say? They're using something that they know it's an engineering propaganda tool that they know exactly how the masses psychology works, and they're using it to their advantage to prop up the new world agenda. And it's happening, it's working. And come on, I mean, listen, I love a Chinese guy as much as a black guy, as much as a white guy. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter whether he killed a black man or if the Chinese man was standing next to him. Why are they blaming the Chinese man? Because who cares? Listen, what we need to be pointing our fingers at is the authorities. Okay, it's the governing rule that has their boot on your neck. The Stasi. This is what's really going on. They're taking the focus off themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the powers to be come from above. They come from follow the money. This is something more. There's more to this than meets the eye. And you got to put the puzzle pieces together. And it's not that hard. Quite honestly, it's a simple it's a simple puzzle. Just most people are sheep, and they're easily followed by a ruling crowd that wants to go one direction. And the people, when they go one direction, it's because they're being led in that direction. So stop, pause, and reflect, and understand what is really going on. It's not a black and white thing.
It's not a black and white thing.
It's not.
No, you're right. It's not. No, this is about souls. They don't care what color our skin is or what our eyes look like. This is about our souls, guys. We are in a battle for our very, very lives here, the lives of our families, everyone we know, and all of us who have been, crying out from the mountaintops for a few years now. We're sick of being told that we're just idiots. We're sick of being, the ones singled out. But that's okay, because at the end of it, we're going to go against the flow. All those fish are going to go down the river, and we're going to swim up the other way. And that is all I can say. And I'm going with this to the very end. I mean, I've made my decision. I know where I'm going to go. I've made my decision. That's it. They will not have me or my family. Period. Everyone's gone quiet. Howdy doody.
Yeah.
What's going on, Chris?
I have a question for everybody in the chat. You know, where are they when it comes to are these people voting? Are they expecting a new Republican or a new Democrat to come in and save the day? This is the kind of questions I have, because
what was that?
Everybody in the chat should stop voting for starters. This is what they call insanity, is to choose another psychopath, parasitic lunatic to run you because this is who they are. Again, it doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican or, you know, blue or red. You choose a team, just like it goes from the cop sirens to the pillars of Joaquin and Boaz. You got the red and blue, you know, we got the red and blue handkerchiefs of the gang members. Where does it end? It's all one entity. You understand? This has been happening through time. There's nothing new. Again. So let's get back to square one. Stop voting and understand your rulers. Nobody needs to rule over you. Govern yourselves. Okay? You're everybody here, everybody in the chat, everybody sitting around. I don't care if you're in Australia, if you're in China, or if you're in America, or it doesn't matter. We're all on the plantation. We're the slaves. And that's going to be put to an end. And where does that start?
That's right. No, I fully agree with you there, Chris. I mean, as Jada Helverson said as well, yeah, Black lives do matter, and they have been oppressed. I just wanted to go over that, and yes, they have been oppressed, and it's always the white people that, you know, do get all the benefits, or a lot of the benefits in society. And we know the KKK was actually started by the Masons on top of it. So, yeah, very interesting. You know, you can start connecting the dots.
Yeah, to every black person out there that I truly love.
Yeah.
Stop with the mindset, because I get it. I do. But you got to understand where this comes from, because not everybody's a racist. You know, we do love you. Whether you're black, white, yellow, purple, we do. And there might be a percentage out there that they have this ideology, but this has been taught. You're not born with this. It's a learned behavior. And where do you see this learned behavior? You're seeing it on mainstream media television as we speak. Again, throw away your TV, and a lot of things are gonna start changing for you. You know, stop listening to and listen to yourself. If you want to make a change, and let's say you're a white person, go out to a black crowd and sit and talk to them, and because it's not a black and white thing, and this is what they're pushing again and again. Beck, like you said, with the Rodney King thing, and you know, it's Hegelian dialect: problem, reaction, solution. The solution has been made. They're just waiting for the reaction. They need the order out of chaos. This is the motto. And when you, now that we're at the pinnacle of it, again, Revelation, this is where the phoenix rises out of the ashes.
Yes.
Okay. What they've been waiting for.
Yep.
Okay. And again, we use your numerology system to where, me personally, Growler, this is what I think.
Yep.
If you look at the year 2023, which is a year and a half away.
Yep.
If you put that in reverse, what does that spell out?
3202.
322.
Yeah.
And what is that?
Oh my.
If you go back to Skull and Bones and you look at the interview with John Kerry and
Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones, and they're referring, if you go back to that video of Tim Russert that got killed somehow or a heart attack again, John Kerry refers to 322 as he. I wish he was here to talk about it, but he's not. Now, who's he? Who's he that he's talking about? That's Lucifer. That's Satan.
Correct. Yeah.
So this is what we're dealing with.
Yep.
This goes back to all the secret society.
Christopher.
Yes.
Christopher.
Yeah.
Popping in and out. So do you need to move your camera or your phone?
How's that? Can you hear me now?
Good. Yeah. I think we're lagging a bit. That's all. There was a bit of breaking up that I could hear on my end, but that's all good. All good. I mean, 322, Skull and Bones. Yeah. You know, we were talking about 2023 this morning, weren't we, Growler?
Yes, we were.
Yeah. And I said, with that solar eclipse that's crossing America in 2024, we had the one in 2017 and then 2024, and they cross in the middle and they cross right upon a town called Little Egypt. And any of you that have been here last stream, you'll remember me talking about this. And I said to him, if the tribulation started with the sign of the Virgin in 2017, if that was it, you know, that, what was that called? Whatever. Anyway, if it started then we're looking at 2024. So that means that the AC should be revealed this year.
Correct.
It means that, it means if that's the timing. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying if so. If so, then, you know, their Mashiach, their Messiah will be revealed this year, and he will rule with an iron rod for 3.5 years.
And we did hear it, didn't we, Beck? We did see a video with them calling out for their fake Messiah, you know, with the chauffeur. With the chauffeur, I think it was just at about after 12 o'clock at one night. Right. I think it was about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
That's right. I did want to say Timothy Ryan's just brought up an excellent thing that I wanted to talk about. Thanks, Timothy. The last fake rocket launch the other day was at 322, that the Dragon, Elon Musk, that they did it at 3:22 p.m. in Florida there. So look, they can't break through the firmament. They want to. A spiritual firmament, yes, but they can't break through the hard firmament that he made. They're stuck in here and they know it. But it was at 3:22, and Genesis 3:22 says, "And the Lord said, the man has now become like one of us." There you go. There you go. Sticks of TNT. You're on it, mate. That's awesome. Yeah. Seriously.
And another what Timothy Ryan was saying as well, that we could be in martial law for years and years, and that would actually make sense because that means that they can control us at the drop of a hat.
Hey, I got to mention with Sticks and TNT, the I is silent. You know what I'm talking about. It's kind of a personal joke we got between the two of us. Tim knows.
Okay. Yeah, so as Beck was saying as well, we did have that sign on September 23rd, 2017, devouring the man-child, and that was a very prophetic revelation to people that are awake. So we do know that it's a 7-year tribulation with, in one way, I hope we're halfway through it in one way, but you know, in another way we don't. So I think there are a lot of things that are up to debate, and a lot of people do get revelations.
Growler, can I just interfere, please?
Yep.
Interject.
Yes.
We have a guest. We have Paul and Adrian from Off Grid and Desert Farming. Welcome, Paul.
Hello, hello.
Lovely to see you.
Trying to adjust my big head here.
Hello. First time. Howing. There, Paul?
Yes.
Paul?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, how are you going? What's going on? Is there any riots where you are? Okay, in and out. How's things where you are, Paul?
Where's he at?
Paul, can you just drop it in that we're having trouble?
Oh, very good.
Paul,
I didn't want to interrupt anybody.
In Arizona? You're in Arizona, Paul? Oh, no, talk, please. We want to hear from you. Whereabouts are you, Paul?
Is he in Arizona?
Yes, he is.
Tell him that I'm going out there
I think
soon.
he's in Arizona.
Listen, tell him I'm coming out there soon to buy a buttload of land.
Yeah.
I am.
I got like 3 voices going on. Do I need to mute something? Hold on.
Okay, Paul, we can hear you. You can talk.
Okay, can you hear me? I must have had the other one. So you're coming out to Arizona to buy some land?
Yeah. I am. Soon.
You looking for South Arizona or North Arizona?
I think toward around the Sidonian Desert area.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, that's a cool area. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of places for sale. We're up in the Four Corners. We're in corner of New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, and Arizona. Four Corners, very near the Hopi Reservation. You know, the Hopi Indians, the oldest Indian tribe in the United States. So
yeah, I was fortunate enough to come into a pretty significant amount of money that I've been waiting for, and I have. It's just I would like to contact you apart from this, if possible.
yeah, just email me at Off Grid Desert Farming. You might want to write that down. Off Grid Desert Farming at yahoo.com.
Is that all like one word?
Yeah, it's all together. Off Grid Desert Farming at yahoo.com. Yeah, there's quite a few homes. This is a nice area, but the Sedona area, I don't know if you know about Sedona. There's a lot of mystical stuff happening, a lot of ley lines, a lot of people in the new age live in Sedona. That is John McCain's old place where he used to live, John McCain, the senator.
Yep.
So, yeah, I know where Sedona is. It's in between a mountain range, very scenic, but it's kind of hot down there. It's not that far from Phoenix. So you would have probably a crowd from Phoenix coming up that area if anything happened. So you would have we're kind of up here. We're about 40 minutes from I-40. but we're far enough off that we're kind of in a rural area. What they call the high desert. We're in the high desert. It's 6,000 feet up in the air, but it's a plateau. It's like a mesa. So, but there's a lot of nice areas. If you like pine trees, you can go to a ski resort called Sholo. That's about 40 minutes from here. They have big pines and a ski resort, Flagstaff, Arizona, where the another ski resort is very close. So if you like skiing, I don't like skiing. I don't like busting my limbs up.
Quite, in all quite honesty, I'm trying to get away from people.
Yeah, we can help you there. There's plenty of places that you'd be the only person around for 5 or 10 miles if you wanted that.
I'm coming over, Paul.
Well, where we live, my closest neighbor is probably about an acre away, 3 acres away. Yeah, there's only 3 houses on our street.
Yep.
And we're 6 miles. No, we're more than that. We're about 8 miles from the city. Yeah. So, but it's a pretty cool area. I mean, if you want to look around, I would just. Are you going to rent first? Or are you just going to stay in a hotel and look?
I have a person, in him and his fiance, or they've been awake, and I've met them in chat and in different things, and we've talked about this and discussed it through channels and talking on the phone, and I have the money, and I'm not sure right now. I just got to get out of. I'm in the Midwest. So whether it be go looking for the land, there's a whole myriad of things that I need to do when I get there. First step is get out of here.
So are you going to be doing farming, or are you just going to buy a bunch of food and stuff like that? I mean, do you want to grow?
Yeah, I'm gonna grow food, and I'm gonna get chickens and things of this nature.
Okay.
I'm going totally solar.
Yeah, I know a really cool Earthship home. If you're interested in an Earthship home, it just came on the market. It only needs the ceilings finished in it, but over 2,000 square feet, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 2 lots, about 3 acres. Well, solar. It is off grid already. And they're wanting to sell very, very good price. Those homes in New Mexico go for $500,000 and up, and they'll let this one go for around 200. So very good deal for an Earthship home. And it comes with 2 4-wheelers. 2 4-wheelers. It comes furnished. 2 big storage tanks. It's fenced in. Solar, well, everything. It's ready to go. It just needs the ceilings finished with some nice wood or drywall. They just, in one of the bathrooms, it needs some finishing. But if you're handy, it won't take that much to finish the house. But very nice. It stays cool in the summer and warm in the winter. It stays about 50 degrees in the winter without heat. So really cool house.
Yeah, I think I'm looking to buy to go with about a 46-foot tiny home. It's just me, really. I've got a stray cat that I took in the other day.
So you just want some land, and there's a real small home, huh?
Yeah.
But you know what people are doing now? They're buying these storage35 foot storage sheds.
I don't want a permanent fixture. I don't.
Okay. Get a fifth wheel then. Get a really nice fifth wheel, and you can haul that around wherever you want. Some of those are really, really nice. So if you don't want something permanent,
this is something probably I'd like to sit and talk to you if we could get.
But the only problem up here in a trailer or a fifth wheel or something like that, it gets below zero, sometimes 10 or 15 degrees below zero, and you would freeze your you-know-what off really quick. And in the summertime, it gets pretty hot. So you're going to need something with some insulation value. So, you stay either cool or warm. So it does get really cold up here.
This tiny home I'm going to buy is it's a custom build, and it's got everything I need. We're talking $115,000 alone. So
for a tiny home?
Yeah.
Wow. You
It's
know,
nothing to,
we're actually living in a tiny home right now. Our home is 625 square feet that is finished, and I have a lower level that give me another 600 feet, but it's unfinished. But yeah, tiny homes. You know, if you never lived in one, it's okay, but I want more room. We came from a 3,000 square foot house, downsized to a 1,500 square foot house, then went down to 900 square feet. Now we're in 600 square feet, one bedroom, one bath, and it's okay, but it's not enough room. You know, you never can have enough room because you always have I'm a musician and I don't have really any room to set my equipment up. I'm an old rock and roll guy. So,
Yeah.
but
hey, listen, I'm a musician myself. So I'm not a drummer, but I play guitar.
yeah. So, yeah, tiny homes, they're fun to look at and watch people live in them. But I don't know. I mean, if you're by yourself, it might be okay. But especially if you're living with somebody, you need a little extra room. In case you say something wrong, say you have to sleep out in the doghouse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These married people know about that, right?
Yeah. We won't tell anyone, Paul.
So yeah, I mean, a good-looking guy like you, man, you probably got girls falling all over you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, "Who is this dude, man?" And when I first came on, says, "Man, that's I know this guy. He looks like Richard Gere, David Duchovny.
Yeah.
You got yeah." So yeah, you wouldn't have any problem getting married out here. Probably have women proposing to you all over the place.
I don't think he wants that. It's too late in the game.
Yeah.
Well, just make sure you're married, though. God does still want you to be married if you want to, what.
Yeah, that's correct.
Anyway, go out with
Yeah,
fireworks, right?
Go out with a
Yep.
bang. Hey, listen,
Yep,
between
correct.
the four of us, we could make a band because I'm a singer, Growler's a guitarist, Paul's a musician. I saw the photos of you, Paul, when you were young.
Yeah, James
You were
James
rocking
Hetfield,
it.
eat your heart out.
Yeah, you were rocking it.
Yeah, it's music is fun, but once you get married, everything changes. You gotta you gotta put the priorities right. The wife comes first. You know how that would.
That's right.
So I had to
Right.
sell all the hot rods. I had a Trans Am, and I had this nice Monte Carlo with a 350 motor in it, 400 horsepower, big mag wheels. All that had to go, and you got to pay bills. You got to get a steady job. You can't live like a bachelor once you become married. I found that out. So
Yeah. Adrian,
No, Paul, I wouldn't give up my 350 Chev, mate. I gave up the music, but I didn't give up my 350 Chevy. I've got a Holden Monaro here. I've still got
I did
that
have some breaking
from when I
news
was
coming.
16. Yes,
Did have some
tell us
breaking news coming in. Hal Turner
Yes,
just
Paul.
had a emergency update that said that half of Russia's Navy now is in the Arctic, and they're fixing to have some live fire drills. And they said if we were ever attacked, it would be in the Arctic waters, and they would shoot the missiles over Alaska and come into her. So that is pretty significant. And yeah, a lot of people over the past 2 or 3 months, I've had a few Russian subscribers come on my chats and also leave comments saying that war is coming. We're going to be one guy left a message saying that I need to get my gardening stuff underground because of the radiation that where I live would so just leaving little hints. But we've been putting troops, tanks, missiles along Russia's borders for the last 10 or 15 years, and we really stepped this up the last 6 months. So something's going down between Russia, China, I don't know, even Iran, but Trump's got to do something. He's going to lose this election, and he has nothing to lose if he gets us in a war. So, but I think I don't know if you guys know the prophecy of Dmitry Duduman, but
yes, we saw that, Paul. It was really good.
Prophesied back in 1984 just what's happening right now, that there would be fighting starting in our country, in the middle of the country, people fighting against the government, and soon after that we would be Russia would attack our nuclear warehouses and America would burn. So it seems like this prophecy could be fulfilled this month. I don't, I'm not setting dates, but
Yeah.
You just have to look at all the facts on the ground, you know. So we are in it, like you guys been saying the last hour and a half, 2 hours. There's so many layers of this. You turn one page and then there's a whole bunch of other stuff that they have planned if something doesn't work out. So we're in the end times. Anything could happen.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, and at any given time, I mean, even if we have a look at it, Australia, you know, we all know that there's Chinese and Russian subs sitting off the coast with their ICBMs. Let's say the US, the western east coast. I mean, international waters comes in pretty close. So. I mean, just about every country has got a sub sitting off each other's coasts, and all your nuclear powers like France, UK, America, China, you know, they've all got big ICBM submarines, and they're all just sitting off the coast, just waiting to go. You know, and along with that, they use their fishing trawlers as covers for electronic or signals intelligence and intercepting other communications from foreign powers. So there's a war being fought of every coast, basically, of every continent. So, I mean, for an ICBM to hit, let's say, America's west coast, you know, would take them probably about 2 minutes. It's already sitting off the coast.
And Russia has just deployed their hypersonic weapons. Russia leads the world in hypersonic weapons. They developed these things 10 years ago, and they've now deployed them around Moscow. So it's even faster now, even with a sub. So, yeah, like you said, within a matter of minutes. But, also North Korea has just launched their major new submarine, and they do have nuclear weapons. So that's they did this a couple of weeks ago. They went ahead and launched their submarine, and Kim Jong-un is not dead. He is alive, and he told his military to be ready for war. So I think there's something coming, and you know, plus then you have all the stuff in the atmosphere, this pole shift coming, the solar minimum, the famine, the crop shortages, everything is building on each other. You know, it's like layers, and then we have the famine coming in the United States on purpose. You know, they tested the farm workers in a bunch of these different communities, and they said they all have COVID-19, so they're not going to let any farm workers pick our produce. So you know, a lot of this stuff is being manufactured in America to make us go hungry, to depend on the government for our food. And in order to get the food, you're going to have the vaccine and be tested. So they have their plan, and I think America, you know, the problem in America is people went to sleep because Trump is president. You know, if Hillary Clinton or Barack Obama, if this was happening during their presidency, the militias would already be, you know, up in arms. But since Trump is president, everybody went to sleep. They most people trust Trump, and he. I'm not sure if he's on our side or not. So
no, he's definitely not. See, the problem with Trump is when he was opening his golf course, I don't know. I'm sure it'll be a simple Google search. But when he was opening his golf course in Ireland, that was sort of like a cover for him to be knighted as he's the highest ranking Scottish Rite Freemason in the world, and he was actually knighted in Scotland at that time, opening up his course, opening up his golf course. So you know, I don't know. Yeah, the father can use anyone. Yeah, whether they're good or bad, but. I think Trump was, if you have a look at all the characters of all the presidents, let's say the last 5 or 6 presidents, they've all been very sort of like the same character-wise. So Trump was different. So he added a different flavour to American politics. And so therefore he was a lot more charismatic. He was a businessman. He was all that sort of thing. So I think his character was used as a deflection, because people could see what US presidents were doing. They were all acting the same. So they needed a change up of flavour. That's what I came up with.
Well, see, all this martial law is coming in under his presidency, and this would have
Yes.
never happened under a Democrat. The American people would have rose up and we would have stopped this. But since Trump is in, like I said, everybody's asleep. They trust him. So he's going to hand the next leader, if it goes that far. I don't know if this country's going to be in one piece by the end of the year. If it is, they're going to start with this contact tracing. They have $100 billion to work with HR 6666, the contact tracing bill, to pretty much pull you out of your home, test you, and against your will. And if you refuse, then they can get a court order and pull you out of your home. So, yeah, it's going to be our future is kind of bleak, but the hope I keep telling people is Jesus is coming back. But we need to be prepared. If the rapture does not happen soon, then if you don't have plan B, then you're going to be in the food line getting your chip.
Yes, absolutely.
That's right. So God is weeding out true
people.
Christians from the Sunday morning Christians. He wants to know who his true followers are. Are you willing to die like all the apostles died for him? Most of the apostles died horrible deaths. If you read they weren't raptured out. So, so why does Americans think that, we're the only population on the world that's not going to suffer? Look what ISIS did to the Christians in the Middle East. They pulled them apart. They burned them alive. They cut their heads off. They did horrible things in the name of Islam. And why does Americans think that we're not going to have to go through some of that? Are we that special? And all the African people, they burned whole churches up, the Muslims in Africa, and killed thousands and tens of thousands of Christians. But the world never broadcast that because it doesn't, there's no reason to, they don't care about those people. But, things are happening and it's going to get worse, like the brother on the right said. We are just in the beginnings of this, and it doesn't. And then you can add the layers of famine, the locust swarms coming in.
Yes.
Showers, the bowling ball size hail, the pandemic. There's so many things. It's just hard to keep track of everything.
It is.
Guys, I hate to interject, but I have a meeting at 1 o'clock my time. I have to wrap this up in about 5 minutes. So I just want to thank you first, though, for all coming. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, good to talk to you again, Paul.
And nice to meet Richard Gere. That's pretty good.
Why do you think I have him on all the time?
I'm gonna have to. Adrian's gonna be. She's gonna be all smiles when she sees this guy.
I'm sure she will. You look a bit like Jesus. You look a bit like Jesus there. You look a bit like Jesus there, Chris. I just. Just of the pictures that we've seen of him, who knows what he looks like? Maybe even that's hidden from us as well.
That's right. I just want to thank the guys in the stream too, like Timothy Ryan. Thanks, Timothy. You're always with me. Sticks of TNT. Thank you so much. Susie, Barbara Alden, Grumpy Troll. He's everywhere. We have Paul and Adrian, of course, off Britain Desert Farming. Zoe, we love you. We'll give you a call soon, my darling. We'll give you a call. We've got Mountain with a View in Massachusetts there. Stay safe, my darling. Please be safe.
And
thank
you to Barbara.
Susie Q, we love you. Everybody, we love you. We just love you. And thank you for just coming and spending time with us. And we're going to try and do another stream in 2 days. Same time, same bat channel in 2 days.
Yes.
So if we can do that, Paul, you'd be more than willing to, if you're more than willing to come on next time, maybe we can get you on a little bit earlier. We had quite a few people in the chat earlier, so, but we've been going.
What are you coming on? Tuesday? Is that your day you come on live?
I beg your pardon, sorry?
Is it Tuesdays that you come on live, Tuesday?
No, we just do it randomly.
Okay.
I can email you when we're coming on. I've got your email now. So what I'll do, Paul, I'll give you an email when we're going to do our next stream. That way you're on board for it.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank everybody that's in the stream as well, and thank you for your positive comments. All your prayers would be great, and should be praying for each other as well. So I just really want to, thanks. Thank you so much, Paul, and for coming on, and Adrian. Love you guys. Always watch you guys. We're always here for you guys. So and Chris, my brother, you're a legend, mate. You're a legend, and we'll be talking soon.
Chris,
Paul,
you are a legend.
Paul, I want to say I'm going to shoot you an email right now. I'm going to send you my phone number if you want to contact me. So, okay.
Okay, man. Sounds good. I might be going on live later tonight. I don't know. I got to check. But yeah, a lot of things are happening. It's so difficult to keep up with everything because every day the news changes and there's so many things to talk about. It's just unreal right now. So.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, look, thank you guys. Thank you so much. And
thanks, guys.
If we all make it through another few days, we will see you on the other side of another few days.
Thanks for having me on. You guys are awesome.
Thank you. Give our love
always
to
great to have you
Adrian.
on.
Please give
those
love to
vegan burger.
Adrian.
Get the vegan burger. Send it over by post.
There's no vegan burger, man. We're all meat, chicken, beef, and shrimp and whatever.
No, I must have got that wrong. I must have got that wrong.
If you want a vegan burger, we can make you something. But yeah, I still eat meat. I got these. Yeah, I still like my meat.
Yeah, absolutely.
We do too. All right, guys. Well, please give our love to Adrian, Paul. I don't know if you heard me, but please give
she was. She didn't want to come on. She was outside and all sweaty, working in the garden. So
not a problem. No worries. Well, look, thank you, everybody, and we will be seeing you in 2 days' time. Thanks, you,
guys.
everybody.
Have a great. Bye.
You have a great night too. And look, Yeshua HaMashiach, the Lord Jesus Christ, be with us all.
Absolutely. Amen.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
We are out.